Barbie!
I told you to wait in the dream house.
Boys, avenge me! Avenge me! Avengers!
Bazinga.
Scruffy-looking nerf herders.
Ethan Hunt contacted you?
I am good, Rooster. I'm very good.
So you are Yoi's a trainer who trains.
Gonzo the Great will ride this baby again.
Hello and welcome to episode 90 of the Real Serious Podcast. As always, joined by Jack and Charles. Update currently still at work at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday, the 29th. He's burning the midnight oil, as they say. He will hopefully join us later on in the episode, but we're getting started with you here. Talking one battle after another. A lot of trailers. A lot
of good trailers.
A lot of trailers to talk about this week. And some spicy takes, because I got a few in the chamber ready to roll. And getting a little political on this episode. One battle after another, and Peacemaker, we're getting a little political here on this episode. So watch out, everybody. Yeah, come to us for movie takes, and it's like CNN, Fox News up in here. So just watch out. Before we get any of that, Jack, man, what's up? Week 1 complete in your new place. How is it?
So funny enough, I was here for like 3 days, and then I flew to Georgia to visit my brother.
Yeah, nice.
That was awesome. Went to
tough
the
look for Georgia
game. Yeah, tough
They
look.
can't do it.
They can't beat them, but then they also love the All Quiet on the Western Front score. I don't know if you've seen anything about that.
I did not know that.
And like their pregame, or their almost like their trailer for the game.
That's awesome.
They have it synced up with remains from All Quiet in the Western Front. Their score.
That's crazy.
Which you're like, oh, that's really cool. But they played it at least 40 times during the game.
Well, I mean, as you should.
No, but it'd be like a 4-yard run.
And they're just ripping it.
So Alabama would get a 4-yard run. Georgia would tackle them.
Yeah.
They'd play it. Dun-dun-dun. Like, I love that movie. I love the score. But I'm like, you got to save it for big plays. Like a turnover or like a big sack, big tackle for a loss. If they get 5 yards on a run, that's a good play for them. Like,
agreed.
why would you make that? I don't know. But it's been a good week.
The guys in the booth want to be involved just as much as everybody else.
I know.
They got to be involved.
And they were trying. I can't blame them for it. But now on social media, they're just getting clowned.
I mean, I will say, I think of the two big games this weekend. You had Whiteout, and then you had the game you went to. They both were kind of, we could have predicted how it ended before it began kind of vibes, right? The vibes were Penn State gonna just fumble it away and just ruin the chance to win. And then it was Georgia just can't beat Bama. Whatever, for some reason, they can't do it. But still 2 electric games that happened this weekend. And then the Hoosiers survive.
I know. Tough win, but love to see it.
Yeah, and the Colts. Some are saying the Colts are still undefeated because they beat themselves. Streets are saying I'm those people.
Well,
honestly,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
Very kind of you.
No problem. So
we tend to beat ourselves. That's what we do best.
It happens. But that's a little football recap right now. Monday Night Football. Tyreek Hill's leg just exploded, which is very unfortunate for him. Hopefully recover quick, because I really like Tyreek. I think he's a very good athlete. But let's get into some stuff. So you had some plane rides. So I assume you had some good stuff going on.
I was able to watch a movie going there and a movie coming back.
Love it.
Movie going there. I was like, what's like a nice little 90-minute movie I could pull up from the plane? Dazed and Confused.
Nice.
Later. Great. I had a blast with it. I definitely didn't have that much fun in high school. I don't know if you did, but definitely there's parts of you that wish you had a college or a high school experience like this, but then you're like, do I really? You know, there's like parts of it you're like, I don't really know if I would want to be involved in that. You know, either way, just kind of like vibes all the way through. And then the soundtrack for that movie is just insane. I feel like it's just
yeah.
banger after banger. And then on the way back, I know they released some 2025 movies on streaming. I decided to go with Pixar's newest movie, Elio.
Oh, very
And
nice.
I liked it quite a bit.
That's kind of awesome.
I think enough to be on the borderline, like top 10 for me of the year.
No way.
Like 10, like top 15. Like I think as of now it has secured a top 15. I don't know. It just
Wow. I'm
I'm
shocked by that.
I feel like for me this worked, and I mean it could not be more clear what they're trying to do here. Someone who doesn't feel like they belong, want to go to outer space to find somewhere where they do. But I feel like the way that they kind of pulled at my heart specifically,
They got
I feel like there's a couple moments where I'm like, you know what, that was really good. Overall, kind of like a 3.5 star movie. I'm kind of feeling. Maybe if I watch it again and I find I just like really like it, maybe 4 star. But
wow,
I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. But
I'm impressed. I will say 3.5 would put it for me in about that mid tier of the year.
Yeah, which I mean 3.5. I mean I don't know. I mean for Pixar, all I hope now is just to give me something where I feel something. I mean that's what they do best.
Fair.
Give me a story where I feel for any of the characters, and I'm pretty happy.
Yeah,
but
I'm on. I figured out I'm on 45 movies this year of 2025 releases. So I've averaged like 1.1, 1.2 a week of new releases.
Okay,
it's pretty good. I'd say my goal is usually to have 1 a week new releases. Like if I can get to 52 by the end of the year, I'm pretty pleased. And I definitely think I'll hit it. I will easily hit it this year.
Yeah,
I'm at play catch up.
41.
Oh,
so
Charles, that means Charles is at like 3.
Bro, this guy, so much shade.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Listen, if he's not here, he can't defend himself, which is the perfect time to make fun of him.
But I don't know. There's a couple 2025 releases I'm hoping to get to pretty soon.
Oh, Honey comes to HBO Max at the end of next month. So that's on my list. I've been waiting for that one.
Okay.
I missed that one in theaters.
There's like a couple I haven't seen.
There's been a couple that just came in and out of theaters so fast.
Yeah. I mean, Eddington, I feel like was one of those where it was in theaters for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then
I just kept missing it. But from the thing though is I've heard Eddington is the worst version of One Battle After Another. So now it's like, did I already see it? I don't know.
I still feel like I got to see it.
I know. I do feel like I have to see it as well.
But before I went to Georgia, I had like kind of a crazy. I mean, I was like, I think like almost like 2 movies a day because I was I was sorting all my clothes and getting them put in my
little
closet.
Background movie action.
Like, you know what? Let's just throw on some movies.
Yep.
Well, the first movie I watched in the apartment was Paul Thomas Anderson's Phantom Thread.
Oh.
Had my attention the entire time. Very good-looking movie.
Yeah.
I think if you were to just turn off the volume of this movie and just watch it,
okay,
for how good it looks, I think you'd still have a great time.
I mean, film is, as they say, a visual medium. They've said that.
Well, if that's what they say, then it would be very true for this.
They got us.
Really like that. And I think I just went to a PTA, just like dive over the past, I don't know, week and a half, which has been really fun. Then went to the Smashing Machine, which excited to talk about that next week.
Very pumped for that.
Got exactly what I wanted from it. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson rocks. So,
nice.
And then it's almost like I knew the Wicked trailer was going to drop. Watched Wicked again. Physical media this time.
Hell yeah.
And then I let it play through all of the extras.
Oh.
And special, like all the deleted scenes.
Very
nice.
There's
some deleted scenes in there that I was like, wow, like there's a scene between Bach and Alphaba. I was like, and almost talking about Nessa Rose and sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself because I know that the new one comes out and I don't want to say anything because some people don't know what's going on, and that's okay. But yeah, then I turned on the iconic B movie, just an all-time classic. I like jazz. Yeah. Then I watched Punch Drunk Love, which I think still to this day, even after watching One Battle After Another, is my favorite.
Really? See,
Personally.
I think I have 2 ahead of it, but I got to rewatch both of them.
Okay. I just really liked it. I feel like there's it feels like such a real story. Not that any of his other stories don't, but it almost just feels like you're just following some dude around for 90 minutes.
Is Punch? I think there's a theory in Punch Drunk Love that he's like a failed Superman. Did you ever heard this theory?
Superman?
So
No.
there's a theory that basically it's an adaptation of a Superman story. So he's in love with Lena Leonard, who's like the Lois Lane.
Okay.
He's like, he has the meekness contrasting with the super outbursts. Then like he dresses in Superman colors. There's talking about like Superman's origins, the initials like match as well. So like there's a theory that he's like a fallen Superman, which is very interesting. I saw that once on like I don't know, like one of those like movies with hidden meanings, back in like 2011 probably. And I've always thought that about Punch Drunk Love since I saw that YouTube video.
It's always got to come back to the superheroes at some point, you know.
It's probably like one of those
everything.
Watch Mojo. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how they're doing.
But really liked Punch Drunk Love, so much so I went to Barnes and Noble today to potentially get it.
Oh.
Because I wanted to watch it with Caitlin, but I'm like, I don't want to rent it again.
No.
You know, like let's just buy the thing and we don't have to worry about that. Then with my brother and his wife, they're like, are there any good movies that came out this year? And I was just like,
my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went with the crowd pleaser F1. I feel like
great crowd pleaser.
I was like, you know, like Sinner's obviously my personal favorite, but I know that's not.
I think Throwing on Warfare would have been a little tough.
All right, guys, I got a really good movie. You're gonna feel so amped after this one. Warfare.
Have you heard of the Phoenician Scheme?
But my brother's one of those people where he almost is like, you know, they don't make them like they used to.
Oh,
to a certain extent, I agree with him. But
yeah.
Then he's like, oh, they don't make good movies anymore. I'm just like, no, you just don't watch movies anymore.
Yeah.
So then I showed him F1. He's like, yeah, that was a good movie.
I think they sometimes make them like they used to.
Yeah. But that's what I watched this week.
Heck yeah.
That's kind of a long list. I apologize.
No, hey, you're good. I got some good stuff to talk about as well.
Sweet.
I had 2 films outside of the 2 main things I'm going to talk about. Start with PTA, Licorice Pizza. Finally came in on Blu-ray, so I popped that bad boy in. I really liked it. I gave it 3.5 stars. I think it is a bit long. I think it kind of keeps going, but I'm just so like in the vibes that like it works still for me. I do though think that you feel the runtime at points, which just isn't always the best for me, but man, Hoffman's got it. The it factor, he's got it. Like between this and The Long Walk, like it's hard to say that he's not next up. Great character actor in Bound, I feel. Just like his father, kind of filling that same role. And then after talking about it last week, I was like, man, I should watch Miami Vice. Like we talked about it. Like, so I watched 2006 Miami Vice, Colin Farrell, Jimmy Fox, directed by Michael Mann. The most Michael Mann that Michael Mann can get. Like it is insanely Michael Mann. Great movie. Gave it 3.5 stars. I think it's so solid. I would love to see this in a theater. I really think that would amplify the experience like big time. But I just really enjoyed it as well. Then One About It After Another, which we'll talk about in a little bit. And then I watched Marvel Zombies, the new 4-part show on Disney Plus. Big old, you can skip. Not great. Like it's perfectly serviceable. Like if you're like, hey, I want to get in the spooky Halloween vibes, like something comfort food, maybe in the background while you're making dinner or whatever it may be. Marvel Zombies, great choice. Maybe you're walking the treadmill at the gym and it's like, what can I put on that's like I'm kind of focusing on it, but not really. Marvel Zombies, great choice. Like it's shockingly forgettable. I think it's so bare bones of what it could have been. And it just is, it's very kind of uninteresting. It does feel like this is the kind of thing you show like your 8-year-old to be like, do you like scary movies, kiddo? You show Marvel Zombies, because it's just not really all that scary or there, but it was serviceable enough. But then I went 3 days in a row to see the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy back in theaters. Before each showing, did like a little behind the scenes thing. And this is my hot take of the day. The Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy is a better trilogy than the Dark Knight trilogy. I truly believe that after rewatching this. I am willing to concede that I think from a technical aspect, the Dark Knight trilogy is better. I think IMAX helps a lot with that. I think IMAX truly gave Nolan a much bigger sandbox to play with. But I think from like a story aspect and kind of just all around, that it's Spider-Man. I think Batman Begins, Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 1's better. I think Dark Knight, Spider-Man 2, you can kind of go either way there. I think Dark Knight probably is better, but like Spider-Man 2 is about as close to perfect as you can get. And then Spider-Man 3 and Dark Knight Rises, Spider-Man 3 takes the cake. Like, so I think overall, that's I've been sitting on this take for a few days since I last dipped my toe in the Raimi-verse.
You know, I think anyone like says that, or I feel like when I first heard you say that, it took me a second to like actually think about it.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense. I mean, in my, like, for me, I think I have Spider-Man at like a 4, and then Batman Begins at a 4.5. But I think if I were to rewatch,
I'm not a Batman Begins guy.
I love Batman Begins.
I'm not a Batman Begins
guy. I know we talked about probably about a year ago we had our Batman podcast.
Yeah.
Episode, and I know you have your problems with it, but I feel like it's like the perfect foundation for what we get in The Dark Knight, which I know I've glazed that to eternity, but I can see someone saying Spider-Man 2 is just as good, if not better.
Yeah, I mean,
they're just two very different stories, and
it's so interesting. They're kind of like a mirror image of each other. These two,
I know.
These two, like it's very
good.
interesting.
It's like good/great, like best of the trilogy, and then
but I mean, even thematically, like
however
you have the first one, the villain of the first one kind of comes back in the third and plays a pretty decent role, affecting legacy characters. Same in Spider-Man. The second one, you could argue, is the best villain. Same with both Spider-Man and Dark Knight. And I think too, like you have the darker path that these characters go down. I think the thing that takes the cake though for me is the relationship between Peter Parker and MJ is far superior than anything that they tried to do with Rachel Dawes. I think that is the weakest part of the Dark Knight trilogy by far. And I also think too, the Alfred relationship is a lesser relationship than the Aunt May relationship, which like that's the other main relationship. Like the Aunt May relationship, especially in Spider-Man 2, is just incredible. And I think even in 3, when like they're talking about their marriage and Peter's thinking of proposing, like the fact that in Spider-Man 3, they not only allowed it, but Sam Raimi made the choice to let Peter hit her and like let us sit in that moment. Sure. We'll never see that again. We'll never see a choice like that with it has become too safe. It's filmmaking. It's just too like corporate overlorded. That moment will never happen again. And like these movies are so somber and like they let you sit in these character. I mean, 8 minutes of this runtime is dedicated to two of these characters making omelets together. Like that just doesn't happen anymore. Like we just don't get. I mean, arguably in Thunderbolts is the closest we've gotten to like a slower movie, and like not even them, right? Like it's still, we still have the comedy creep. Like this is just, they don't do them like this anymore.
How was the audience? What was it? Pretty packed?
Good. Spider-Man 2 was the most packed. Dudes next to me like pizza time, electric. I'm not gonna lie, electric. It was just like really good audiences. The last audience for Spider-Man 3, everyone walking out of it was basically saying the same thing, like, man, that was better than I remember. It was better than I remember.
No, I'm sure.
And it is. It truly, I think, ages so well. I think too, the older I get, the more this trilogy means to me. I think you
100%.
age into the Spider-Man. Like when you're like 7 and watching these, they're awesome because it's Spider-Man kicking butt. But like the older you get, the more like the slow moments mean so much. And I think the other thing too that's cool is like the only one of these I've ever seen in theaters was Spider-Man 3 when I was like 6. And so now like 20 years later to see it is just awesome.
Yeah, and I feel like especially as we move into what we've gotten with DC and Marvel in years past, and almost kind of compare the Raimi trilogy to now.
Yeah,
you can appreciate the risks that were taken. You can appreciate
1,000%.
the practical, design of it all. I mean, holy cow! The fact that the suit is practical and that
it looks so good.
Suit. It took us to his
These
fourth
look
movie
better
to get a practical suit.
Yeah, these look better than 80%, 90% of what we get today. Like, I mean, these movies look stunning. And I think the thing is too, like, going back to what you just said, the way that Raimi would do it was so well done where he would have a CGI scene, but then when the CGI Spider-Man crashes into a building, it cuts to then real Tobey Maguire in that building, like in the brick.
Yeah.
And it makes it all feel so much more real, where now it's action figures slamming against each other. And like I think the closest we've gotten to a Raimi style recently is Superman, with the scene of Lois and Clark in her apartment having that conversation. And like, that's the kind of stuff where, going back to our Superman review from a month and a half ago, whatever it was, of like, there's a path on this James Gunn Superman train where they could make a Superman 2 that is Spider-Man 2 level. I don't know with the whole Lex Luthor of it all and making him kind of the co-character there, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Pumped though, man. If you get a chance to see these in theaters, find a way.
I want to this weekend. I know
way.
I got a lot going on this weekend, but I'm hoping. And you had to pay for them, correct? It didn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I really it was $12, like, to go see.
Yeah, I mean, I'd pay.
I think it's very worth it. I think for sure 1 and 2. I think 3 really changes my mind on 3. 3 is one of the more like beautiful looking blockbusters I think I've ever seen. 2 is for sure, but like 3, you can feel the budget went up, and like that whole third act, man, is great.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I've been watching.
Lovely.
Let's get into some news. First piece of news is Spider-Man. What the heck? What the? Marvin Jones III is going to play Tombstone in Spider-Man Brand New Day. He probably most famously played Tombstone in the Spider-Verse movies. And then he was also, I believe, in CW. Yeah, CW's Black Lightning. For those CW heads out there, actually sneaky like me, I like the Flash. He was in Black Lightning on that. So pretty cool that we're getting hopefully more street level. Hopefully. So
yeah, I like the Tombstone we got in, what was it? Not the Amazing Spider-Man, but the most recent cartoon Spider-Man that we received.
Oh yeah. That's a good Tombstone.
Yeah, I like. So hopefully they kind of go in a similar direction.
Is it Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man? Isn't that what this one's?
Yeah, I think so.
That we're getting a new season of that, I think, this year.
Yeah, I can't pull it off the top of my head right now, but that was good.
The Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Yeah, no, your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. That's right.
Whoa,
figured it out. Yeah, we're getting that within the next little bit, I think, which is pretty cool.
And then, so there's just a lot of characters in the new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of question marks still on who's playing what's kind of going on, and
Sadie Sink's
in it as an unknown role.
Yeah.
The Ruffalo's in it. John Bernthal's in it. Zendaya's apparently in it. Tremel Tillman's in it. Like Matt Gargan, and Scorpion's there. I don't know how this is gonna end up being. Going back to Spider-Man 3 of it all, when we get a little overcomplicated and overzealous, things can go poorly. But I think the bonus is you have a lot of buy-in and you have the ability to have a little bit of you have some leeway here. Like, people know these characters. People know the Spider-Man story. So if you're going to shake it up a little bit and have Sadie Sink play someone we don't know, spend the time. Like, that's what I hope. And after Shang-Chi, I think the best part of that movie is everything before the third act. Like, we love those characters. That's why we were waiting for him to show back up again.
100%.
It's something that isn't Marvel Zombies. So it's like, I think that's a testament to what Daniel Destin Cretton can do. Hopefully. Yeah. But we'll know. Well, next summer, right? Are we already on it next summer? That's crazy. We'll probably get a teaser
that is insane.
In the beginning of next year.
I know Tom Holland got injured during filming last week.
I think he's back though. I think he just
good.
bumped his head a little bit.
It was not that it was funny. When I was in the movie theater last Monday for the Smashing Machine, the couple next to me, she was like, "Oh my gosh, did you hear what happened to Tom Holland?" Talking to her boyfriend, husband, or partner. And he was like, "No, what happened?" She's like, "He's in the hospital." And I was like, this guy is probably like freaking out right now.
Yeah.
If someone just told me he was in the hospital with no context,
I'd be like, he's dying.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
It's over.
But I just thought that was pretty funny.
This next piece of news is for you, by the way. This podcast has some listeners in Hollywood from some news today. Long Walk co-stars David Johnson and Cooper Hoffman eyed reunion on The Chaperones from A24. So A24 is making a movie called The Chaperones. It's set days before Christmas when three slacker friends are hired to transport a troubled teen across the country. So this is happening with at least two of the people chaperoning that troubled teen, being Cooper Hoffman and David Johnson, which is awesome. The third troubled teen, we don't know yet, but maybe what's his name from also from Saturday Night, and then he played Spielberg in the Spielberg movie. Remember that guy?
Oh, yes. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Because he and Hoffman were great in Saturday Night. So that'd be pretty cool, too.
They just love putting both of these actors in situations where they got to go the long distance.
Yeah.
Let's just have them hang out again.
Some casting director somewhere was like, God, these two are great just going places. Reboot of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. In 10 years from now, I'll be in.
I mean, especially after the long walk and Alien Romulus and Licorice Pizza.
I just want these two chat. Just have them chat for like 3 hours. I'm in. So it's pretty cool. The Chaperones, A24. Glad they're getting work right away. This next piece of news, no, we're going to save that one. We're going to save this one for the end a little bit. Next piece of news is fun. Simpsons 2. The Simpsons is getting a sequel in 2027, 20 years after the original Simpsons movie came out. So pretty cool. I mean, are you a Simpsons guy? Did you like Simpsons?
I know the Simpsons apparently predict everything.
Yeah.
I've maybe watched like 2 episodes my entire life.
I like the Simpsons quite a bit. Little story time here, folks. Back in the day, there used to be a channel called FXX. It was like FX's sister channel, and they had all of the Simpsons episodes. And so I'd go over to my grandma's house, and I would have not a whole lot to do. So I'd put FXX on, and they would literally just have the Simpsons running like 24/7. So I watched a lot of old Simpsons. So big fan of old Simpsons. Simpsons now, it's like season like 40. We're on the 40th season. It's not, the quality's gone down a little bit. So I'm hoping this movie, being 2 years out, they'll get the old writers back or something to make this one special. I think it could be quite good if given the opportunity.
All right, this sounds like I'm just really interested as someone who doesn't know The Simpsons. When you're going to watch an episode of The Simpsons or a Simpsons movie, like what makes that good for you? If that makes
what
sense.
Is good about The Simpsons?
Yeah, like what about The Simpsons are you like,
I think The Simpsons is very funny.
Okay.
I think especially old Simpsons is very funny. Like if you watch old Simpsons, basically anything prior to like 2005, it's like 3 jokes every 30 seconds. Like their joke ratio is so high, and like the hit rate is so high, which I think works really well. I think some of just like the storylines are great. You want some recommendations? The monorail episode, Mr. Plow. That's 2 great episodes. Anything basically with Mr. Burns, I really like. There's some good stuff there. So it's a good comedy show. I think I kind of transitioned from The Simpsons to Family Guy, and then I'm kind of coming back on The Simpsons. So I think Family Guy really went downhill, but I was talking Fox's comedy cartoons. Shout out. All right, next piece of news. I'm him. All right, I'm him. Miami Vice, looking at 2 people to star in it. Glenn Powell, baby. Glenn Powell is one of the big names attached, along with Michael B. Jordan. Shoot or shoot, called my shot. I mean, Charles last week was like, who else would want this besides you? How about everybody? Because the internet was ablaze with this news of this is about as perfect as it's going to get of those 2 being in it. It's going to make all the money. Beyond pumped if that's the case.
Yeah, I mean,
what a combo.
Michael B. Jordan off of Sinners, and Glenn Powell is going to be right off of The Running Man.
Running Man. I think he's got 1 more this year, and I think Michael B. Jordan might be off of Creed 4. Let me pull that up real quick. Let me look up Glenn Powell.
Creed 4.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Right. I could do another Creed.
I know Creed 4 is happening, and I think he's directing that one again. I just don't know when. So he's got the Thomas Crown Affair, which is in production now. That's 2027. Rainbow Six is happening. Creed 4 is happening. I Am Legend 2 is happening. Wrong Answer is happening, which I don't know what that is. That's a Ryan Coogler movie. That'll be good. Ryan Coogler. Him again will be great. And then let's see what Glenn Powell's up to. So really the only thing truly happening in 2026 is the Thomas Crown Affair. 2027. And then Glenn Powell has Chad Powers, which starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
Today, as of listening to this, he's got The Running Man comes out later this year. Huntington comes out, I believe, end of this year, early next year. He's got the Judd Apatow one happening. There is the Ron Howard Fighter movie happening. I think that's next year also. And then that's kind of it right now. There's a couple other ones, but I don't know how true those are.
That's a lot.
I mean, his last big theatrical one was Twisters. So he's got Twisters from last year, Anyone But You the year prior, and then this year's The Running Man. So he's trying to get one a year, and if that's a pretty good track record, I'd say.
No, for sure. We need to get him back in theaters too.
Yeah,
I feel like
we do.
It's been
too long. It's been 2
years,
long.
way too long.
Yeah, we need a Glenn Powell every
just
9
like a
to 11 months. Tom Cruise.
Oh, I mean, there's like several people I could say that
I think we should just be on each of these people should just take a month, and they're like, we'll see you next time. Like, we'll see you next November. I'll be there.
That'd be great.
Timothy Chalamet has taken over December. All right.
Yeah.
I set my calendar to it. All right. I know it's December because Timothy Chalamet is on my screen. That's all I got to do. So it used to be whenever I saw Iron Man, I knew it was May. Now I can't say that anymore. All right. Now for the last piece of news. This has a chance to be the most insufferable movie of all time. The Social Network 2, also known as The Social Reckoning. This truly has a chance to be the most eye roll movie of all time. So it's Aaron Sorkin, obviously from the first Social Network, but he is now in the director's chair as well. So Aaron Sorkin has not keeping who was it? David Fincher, who directed the first Social Network. Yeah. The cast is all new. Jeremy Allen White's here. Mikey Madison's here. Bill Burr is here as a completely made up person. Bill Burr is not playing a real person in this biopic. And Jeremy Strong is playing Mark Zuckerberg. It is exploring Facebook's internal practices, spread of false information, impact on teen mental health, and the connection to the January 6th Capitol events. I think this is too soon. This feels too soon. I don't know.
I don't really have a problem with them posting about it because honestly, I feel like so many people could use almost like a wake-up call from the dangers of social media if the movie's done right.
I feel like it's gonna be very preachy based on Aaron Sorkin's previous work in the last like 8 years.
The biggest thing I'm worried about, and we discussed this, I don't know, a couple weeks ago in the news that Jesse Eisenberg wouldn't be returning.
Bad vibes.
Why is this a part 2? It's like,
yes,
just make it your own separate movie.
Yes, exactly. By tying it
the problem is
the first one, my expectations are here.
Exactly.
You already set them high. Like, don't do this.
Just be like, hey, we want to make a Facebook movie too. And everybody's like, oh, sick. Nice. Like The Social Network. And they're like, yeah, but like, we're going to have a different cast and it's not going to be associated with the first one. People are like, all right, I can get behind this. But then when you put it behind one of the greatest biopics of all time, people are going to have problems with it.
And this is where it's hard because there's 2 biopics that come to mind right now for me. There's The Big Short, which came out not too long after the events of 2008 and the financial crisis, which I think handled the entire situation very well, was very informative, was honestly a better movie ever, I would argue. It did all of it super well. I think the thing there that worked, though, is the comedy aspect of it. And I think that there was real people on the ground that you could relate with, right? Like maybe you couldn't relate to the hedge fund managers, but like we could all laugh at these, people taking out mortgages that just made no sense. And like you felt bad for these people.
Yeah.
I think the other one that comes to mind is All the President's Men, which was like 2 years after Watergate. But I think that one too, as a nation, people kind of moved on and like it was the aftermath. It was the true aftermath, I felt. Just timeline wise. Obviously we didn't live it, but like just knowing history. This one I feel like we're still living it. Like it's still happening. Like that's why it feels too soon. It's like if you're gonna do this movie, why not wait like 8 years, let everything kind of settle, like let everything happen, and then we can revisit and be like, oh, what an interesting time. And like it's far enough away where we can kind of all laugh at it plus learn from it. Yeah. It feels too right now. And that's where I'm a little worried.
Kind of what I'm following the same line of thinking that you're going through right now. I'm kind of thinking about one battle after another.
I agree.
How you have PTA and it sounds like this movie has been in the works for 20 years. This sounds like, something he really wanted to take a deep dive into.
Yes.
And he was like, you know what? Maybe I'm just going to workshop this and see if there's a better time to do this, or if I just need to take more time to fully develop this idea.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's more along the lines of what that was. But it's still very interesting because.
But I think what the bonus
something he wanted to touch on was still.
It's still happening, but it's not real people. Like Leo is not playing a person that we know, and I think that helps it. Like if you were just to do like a social media bad movie, and with the backdrop being the current politics that we're in, perfectly fine. I think that is a very interesting way to jump into it by doing specific people and doing it as the biopic. I think really paints you into a box that feels. I don't know. Listen, we could look back at this and be like, God, we were so stupid. It's the best movie of the year. Like they did it, just right now, based on what I know and based on people jumping out of this project and hiding from this project, like, and not agreeing to come back to it, especially after how popular and wonderful the Social Network is, really makes me nervous.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I mean, I think I'm nervous for different reasons than that. But I think we can both come to the consensus that we're just like, this has potential to
be a real stinker.
Love Jeremy Strong. And I have no doubt in my mind that he is going to find a way to pull it together and be incredibly entertaining and authentic in this role. But I'm just worried because they've attached themselves to the first one.
Yes.
I don't know.
I'm with you. Let's get into some trailers. We got some great trailers. We got some really awesome trailers. We'll save the big 2 for the end. We'll start with the one that's not even film or TV. The Wolverine. the Wolverine game coming to PS5. I don't know if you're a PS5 guy like myself. Obviously, I played the 2 Spider-Man games on there. Same studio making this Wolverine game. This looks awesome. I'm fully in on this. Did you see this
I know
trailer?
it. I did not see this trailer.
Dude, he kicks some butt. They like went full R-rated M. Like the claws actually are metal and work. What a concept.
Really?
Yeah.
See, because I bought PS4 right before like the PS5 was about to come out because it was like kind of cheap, and I was like, oh, I could get it with the Spider-Man game because I really got it almost just to play
Spider-Man.
like the first Spider-Man game.
Fair enough.
It was awesome.
Yeah, so good.
I mean, these games, I feel like people love them, and they're always asking for more heroes to play. And so they've just come down to Wolverine, and the gameplay looks electric.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it looks really good. Like, it looks really fun. It's in the same universe as this Spider-Man game as well, so maybe we'll see.
Really?
Yeah, it's all part of the same Insomniac verse.
Wow.
So we're pumped for that. In the trailer, we saw Mystique, we saw some Sentinels. I don't think that this Wolverine is a part of the X-Men, but we'll see. He's in the full yellow suit like the whole time. Like, he goes to Madripoor. Very pumped for this. It looks awesome. It's still about a year away, but this was, I mean, if you're going to say, hey, we're making a Wolverine game, this is everything and more you want from a Wolverine game, I got to say.
Okay. I know I've been in the chats of, I don't remember where, or maybe I was talking to you or Charlie, but I think people were frustrated that we haven't gotten a Superman game yet.
It's like, how do you do that, though? That's the hardest thing. He's just too powerful.
Wouldn't he just like fly around? And I don't know. I mean, I feel like there's got to be something you can do. It's like easy money. It's low hanging fruit.
I think that's where I don't like even this game, right? Like, Wolverine has a healing factor. How does your health bar work? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Like, in Spider-Man, he heals pretty quickly, but like, he still can get hurt. In this one, I mean, Wolverine is indestructible, basically. I mean, he obviously gets hurt, but like, he just keeps going because he heals so quickly. So I'll be very interested to see how that is kind of handled in this game. But pumped for this. All right, actual trailers. Let's start with the TV of it all. Welcome to Derry. This comes out very soon, October 26th, coming to HBO Max. This is their big Sunday show going into the fall. This is a prequel to the It films, and starting in the 1960s, the same town of Derry. The cool thing I thought about this trailer, obviously we get Pennywise and all that. We expected it. I thought the cool thing about this trailer was the Shawshank Prison truck.
Okay.
I was like, cool. Like, if we're gonna do the Stephen King cinematic universe, like, heck yeah, why not? Let's just do it. Like, if we're gonna do it, let's do it. And
then they're gonna talk about the long walk.
Yeah,
like 100 years or 200 years. I don't know.
yeah. That's how Pennywise is actually the reason why the long walk happens. Is how it all ties together.
He actually runs the country.
Yeah,
by that time, he's just fully taking control of the government.
Exactly.
What I liked in this trailer is that those are kids.
Yes, exactly. Those are children.
Those are kids. Like, that's not some 16-year-old trying to be 9. Like, that kid is probably going to look the age that they want him to be.
Yeah.
And I feel like that works, and I feel like that makes it all the scarier. I mean, Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise, for me personally, is up there as one of those iconic. And I know other people like the original Pennywise, and totally understand that. But obviously, growing up with Bill Skarsgård taking on this role, just terrifying.
I'm with you.
And I think I'm almost seated to just see him be in this character for 6 episodes.
Without him, the show, I'd be so less interested.
Oh, 100%.
Him being here in the same way the Social Network, that gains a lot of confidence in my mind.
Yeah.
That he would come back to this.
And I think Bill Skarsgård is a great actor.
I'm with you.
But I think he's just returning back to the well.
Mm-hmm.
And he just plays this character so well. But
have we talked about the Stephen King turtle thing? The turtle lore?
Yes, where the turtle
the cosmic turtle named Merton is a primordial entity and guardian of the beam in the Dark Tower, and he is a opposing force to the chaotic entity known as Pennywise. It's so awesome. This turtle is like the opposite Pennywise. It's so stupid.
And the fact that it's a turtle.
Yeah, with like a world on its back.
Like it couldn't be anything else that feels more powerful.
And his name is Martin. Yeah, his brother, I think, is technically Pennywise.
That's a crazy thing.
It's so stupid.
One's a clown.
I will not like this show unless Merton the turtle is in it. I want him to be a puppet,
just like a turtle,
just like a very obvious hand puppet that has no explanation, and they're like, that's it, that's him. There he is. It's Merton.
I feel like they got a chance to do that, you know?
Yeah,
especially with the creek of it all in Derry, and they're always by the water.
Yeah, just have a turtle go by and let all of us
throw a turtle in there.
Yeah,
it's gonna be the easiest thing ever.
There he is. I'll do the Leo pointing meme. There he is. It's Merton.
Someone's gonna be on TikTok breaking down.
Yeah,
Merton was just seen. It
episode 6. Welcome back to the recap, and this is the one where the lore kicks in. This is Merton the turtle. Yeah, exactly. So I'm pumped for the show.
Yeah,
I think I'm going to watch it.
I think it's good timing too for the leaves are going to be changing colors, and I'm like, you know what? It's Pennywise time. It's
Pennywise time. Next up trailer is let's do Wicked for Good next. Wicked for Good, the second trailer for Wicked 2. It's still Wicked. It's still there. I mean, this didn't move the needle a lot more for me. I'm very excited for this. It didn't really move the best thing I thought in this trailer was the Tin Man, right? Like it's a great looking Tin Man.
Yeah. I have no idea who that Tin Man is, but good looking Tin Man.
Yeah. We don't know the lore, but I do. I know. I'm pretty excited for this.
I'm excited as well. I'm not going to say worried, but I think there is a lot more.
I'll say it. I'm worried.
Almost like CGI involved in this second half, or at least from the trailer. There's a lot of flying. There's a lot of monkeys.
A lot of flying.
I don't know. Maybe it was just the quick shots of the trailer that I didn't freeze and really go into too much detail. But from the short little clips, it didn't feel as real as the first one. As to where
I like what you're saying. Yep, I'm picking up what you're saying.
Like in the first one, Shiz is practical. Obviously, they have the CGI kind of gloss over it, but still, it's physical. It feels real. And there's still look. Maybe I just focused on the parts that I was worried about, and that's totally possible. But when I see a bunch of flying, I think the flying works in that last sequence in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a lot of flying, a lot of that type of action, it has me worried a little bit. There's no doubt in my mind that I think they're going to nail the story aspect of this, especially after seeing what they did with the first half. I think the second half will be great. More or less, it's just like visually, what's this going to look like? And even going back to the first one, I have less problems with how it looks every single time I watch it.
Yeah, I just think it could be so much better, which is I think my frustration. I think the same thing honestly about the second trailer. Like my hopes are not high, but I think that's so disappointing that like for a big multi-million-dollar like larger than life story that's based on like a Technicolor wonder that is the Wizard of Oz, like that it just looks like this is so disappointing to me. But I'm still excited for it. I'm ready. I'm ready to.
I don't know. I think I've come to terms, and I like the color. And while it's definitely different than the original Wizard of Oz, I think it's good that it's kind of different.
Fair enough.
Just because if it's just a one-on-one, it's the same thing. It doesn't feel like its own project. It feels, just like the exact same as the product that came before it. And, like I'm all for
sure.
Let's try and make it a little different. And this feels like an entirely different story than what you get in The Wizard of Oz. And obviously that's the kind of the whole point of it.
That's it.
Yeah, I like the trailer. I know
we're talking about it. We're going to talk about it in like 5-6 episodes. Like it's not that much farther away, isn't it? It's the beginning of November.
About 2 months or month.
But what is that? That puts us at what, before episode 100? Like
100's going to be in December.
It's probably like 97. So like that's close. That feels very. I feel like we just yesterday we were like, hey, episode 80. That's crazy. So it does feel close, and I think the closer we get to, we'll obviously see more of it. We'll start to get some TV spots. We'll see a little bit more of it. So the second those tickets go on sale, they'll be ready. The theater kids are itching in their seats to get those. Man, they're the same way that I'm worried about my Smashing Machines showing this week because obviously the Taylor Swift stuff's all happening. So I'm really worried I'll be like at a very somber moment of the Smashing Machine, and next door is just like, I don't know about you. Like it's just like ripping through the theater walls. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Next trailer is The Bride. The Bride. March 6, 2026. Maggie Gyllenhaal directing. 1930 Chicago. A scientist brings a murdered woman back to life to be a companion for Frankenstein's monster. Starring Jesse Buckley, Jake Gyllenhaal, Christian Bale, Peter Skarsgård, and Penelope Cruz. So in on this, man. So in on this.
Yes.
I am so in on this. Let me tell you. I did watch this show the first time and I was like, Cruella? Are we back? Emma Stone's Cruella from like 3 years ago? Are we doing it again? And the second time I was like, all right, it's Cruella, Harley Quinn. And then the third time I saw this trailer, because it played every time before my Spider-Man showing, I was like, no, this is different. I'm fully in. Like I was like indoctrinated into the Bride world. I'm ready to roll. I'm ready to roll with The Bride.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that you're like pumped for this movie. Because when I saw the trailer online, I was like, this looks awesome.
Yeah.
And then I go to the comments and everybody's like, yo, this looks like trash.
Did you get the Cruella vibes?
Yeah, I
think very similar to that trailer.
From especially like the makeup and
all.
I think in terms of a comparison, like a mirror, I can totally understand where the costume design a tad bit.
Yeah.
For me though, I'm like star-studded cast. I mean, Christian Bale. It could be the worst movie in the world. If Christian Bale's in it, I want to see it.
Have you seen the Christian Bale? He's like a knight and he fights dragons. I'm gonna find that. Keep going. I'm gonna find that for you. That's because I think that's what.
Find it though. But I don't know. There's just such a fun style to this movie that makes it entertaining and pleasing to watch. Because I feel like there's so many movies that just do the same thing and it's like a rinse and repeat type of cycle. And I like that, Maggie Gyllenhaal is like taking this risk and that she's not just like, all right, I'm just going to try and make a Bride movie that's like by the books. The style of it all looks very gothic, if that's the right word to describe it.
No, I fully, yes.
The costumes, the makeup, it looks like everyone is just in character. I like Jake Gyllenhaal. I love his work, and I honestly don't think we get enough of him in Hollywood for how good of – or we don't get enough of him.
Streets are saying he's Batman.
Jake Gyllenhaal?
That's what the number one rumor is right now, that he's going to be the Batman. Do you know he was almost Spider-Man?
Do that.
Do you know that? Have you heard that story?
No, I have not heard that story.
So Tobey Maguire had his back really hurt when they started to film Spider-Man 2, so they're worried he couldn't even. Yeah, no, literally. They didn't think he could finish Spider-Man 2, so they were going to replace him with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Wow.
And then it's kind of funny because full circle, he came back and obviously played Mysterio. So
he would have been very much like an Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, he's too handsome.
Yeah, he's. Like, come on. Like, we know that guy's not a nerd. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, everyone would want to be that guy's friend.
Yeah. I did find the movie. So ready for this cast? Matthew McConaughey, Christian Bale, Gerard Butler. It's about dragons showing up in modern day London. And then they have to use like attack helicopters and like modern day weapons to take out these dragons.
What's this called?
It's called Reign of Fire. Came out in 2002. It does not have a good Rotten Tomatoes score, but it sounds awesome.
Holy cow.
I know. It sounds amazing. The Blu-ray is the
that
Blu-ray
sounds
is
sick.
the Blu-ray is not cheap right now on Amazon. Sorry, folks, you're gonna have to find that secondhand.
It's not cheap.
It's 30. Oh no, the multi-format one is $7. That's not bad, but like the legit Blu-ray is $29.89. You can get it on VHS for $100. There you go. I might have to watch this week. I might have to put this bad boy on.
Oh my, an hour and 40 minutes?
That's nothing.
That's doable. I
could do that. All right, maybe next week we'll talk about some Reign of Fire, and that's how we end with the Bride. Pump for the Bride. All right, 2 trailers left. One is awesome. The other one is, we'll save it. Let's do the awesome one first. Avatar: Fire and Ash got the final trailer for that before the re-release of Avatar 2 coming out this weekend in theaters. The big moment from this trailer, I think, is obviously the reveal that humans can live on Pandora without air, and that Spider was able to do the old hair connection with one of the beasts here on Pandora. What a twist. The Avatar subreddit was ablaze, to say the least, with theories and thoughts. So I think that's a great way to bring it all together. I'm not shocked, to be honest, that that's the direction they're going. But just what a cool twist there with all that. I'm pumped for this movie, man. I think it looks so good.
Yeah. And the fact that they're re-releasing The Way of Water this upcoming weekend, I want to go try and see it just because it's like one of the best looking movies ever. And the fact that it's all CGI is like absurd.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think for me in this trailer, I was like shocked to see that like the Colonel is linking up with the Fire, which obviously we kind of already knew that, but then we kind of got that exchange.
Yes.
Where he's like, you need me if you want to, rain fire.
Yeah.
Over. I don't remember exactly what he says, but I don't know. I just kind of got like goosebumps. I was like, oh, this is going to be good. It's like 2 people going up against the Na'vi.
He got his cool dragon guy back. Like he got his cool bird buddy back.
Yeah, I don't know what to call it.
I don't know what that thing is, but hang on, let me see. Like I'm on the subreddit right now. I'm looking at people's comments on certain things. The Torquematu is back. The comment says gives me goosebumps every time I see it. Can't wait for December. Yeah, dude. Fact. I'm actually with these guys. Facts. No, dude, that thing showed up and I was like, oh, it's that orange thing he had in the first movie. So yeah. I'm pumped. I'm pumped. Fully avatared in. I'm locked in. I'm in Pandora. I'm ready to roll for this. This looks awesome.
All blue outfit for the movie.
Yeah, I'm going crazy blue fit for that one.
I want to know what Charles thinks.
Yeah. This is up Charles' alley.
Oh, I just know he had to be so pumped about it.
Yeah, no, he's ready. He's ready to roll. But yeah, that's Avatar, man. I mean, there's not much else to say because I don't want to go too deep into Avatar because when that episode drops, that's gonna be a long one. So we'll do a lot of Avatar. But this next one, the big trailer, Star Wars is back, The Mandalorian and Grogu, and I felt absolutely nothing. This moved the needle 0 for me, and that makes me sad. I gotta say, it makes me very sad to report this to the people. Someone just crashed their Kia Soul on their commute this morning listening to us say that, and I'm sorry, but like, yeah, no, I'm sorry, yeah, but like the Mandalorian and Grogu did nothing. This looked just like an episode of the show. I got no story. I got no nothing. Like it didn't even feel like a step up to be like, hey, we're in theaters now. Mega yikes. Mega yikes for me.
So for me, as someone who hasn't watched the show, through its entire. Like I think I've watched season 1. I think I watched season 2, and there's season 3, right?
Yeah. Season
I didn't
3
watch
is
season 3.
mid.
Did not watch season 3,
You're not missing out.
and I don't know. I heard they were making a movie. I was like, all right, like this could be cool. Trailer dropped. You were like, I felt nothing. This looked kind of. This didn't look good. I was like, all right, let's take a look. I 1000% agree that this looks like they turned 2 episodes
Yep.
show into like we're just gonna throw it in theaters. The quality, not to, like, look, I'm not here to like diss on it because it's just a trailer. But I think for Star Wars, I think the visuals are so important.
Yes.
I mean, holy cow. The Last Jedi. I know you are like all over that movie.
It looks beautiful.
But it is one of the best looking Star Wars movies, if not number 1.
Yeah.
And I think for me, that is some of the intrigue of the Star Wars universe because this is unknown. And put it up against, and it's unfair to do this, but it's like Star Wars is using all this CGI, but then it doesn't have to all be CGI. There is really cool things that you can do practically.
I wanted to like there's puppets in this, and there's like that look awesome. Like Babu Frick, man.
Yeah.
Babu Frick got me the most excited in this trailer. Because and then like the puppetry is there. It's just, you know what it is? I think too, it's everything surrounding it. That's to me, I think, what's wrong.
It just feels like toneless, if that makes sense.
There's no like excitement and direction here. It's just like, look at these clips. Like this could have been a YouTube compilation of Mando's coolest moments, and it would have had the same effect on me. Like this is not like a movie trailer. Like there's no like, and I think that's what Mando season 1 did so well. Is the Mandalorian in season 1 was like a mysterious figure that you were like, wow, this is like interesting and intriguing, and like, you know, we're going into the deep underworlds of you know, the world of Star Wars, and then it just kind of stopped being that. And like the season 2 ending with Luke, I think would have been a great way to end that show. Like the mission was over. Like he's gonna move on, and then we know where, you know, we can our mind can fill in the gaps. Like we know eventually Luke is going to, you know, struggle, and then Kylo Ren is going to destroy the Jedi Temple that he built. So all of that love that we had for Grogu probably means he's going to die eventually to the hands of Kylo Ren. But then we came back, and it's like, now here's Ahsoka Tano, and here's all these Rebels characters, and like here's Grogu's back, and like it's just like I've lost care. I don't care anymore.
I sympathize with you.
Thank you for your sympathy. No, actually, I mean that.
I don't know if sympathize was the perfect.
No, I mean that.
I very much understand where you're coming from, because it's so frustrating. As same as you, grew up with Star Wars, and I mean, obviously we got the prequels, which even if they're not like the greatest movies ever, they still kind of rock.
They feel like Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly. It feels grand. It feels like this, like they're trying to be this massive picture that everyone needs to go see.
Mm-hmm.
I might show that trailer to like 5 people. Maybe one person's gonna want to go see it.
Yeah, this just doesn't.
I don't want to say that for everyone, but at the same time, I can guarantee we could call Charlie right now and be like, "Hey, man, want to go see Mandalorian and Grogu?" And he'll just be like,
Yeah. And it's so gross because, you know, we're all gonna be there weekend 1. Like that's the thing too. Like we're so gross about it. But I think the true test will be, does this do well at the box office? I think probably it will. I think people like Grogu. I think this will probably be about a $500 to $700 million movie. I don't think it's gonna be $1 billion for sure. I do not think that. I think probably around the 500 to 700 range. I think the true test for Star Wars is the Ryan Gosling movie. If that movie underperforms, you got to pump the brakes. You got to just say Star Wars isn't on pause for the next 15 years, and we'll try again later. Like, you're oversaturating the market way too much.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we like, think about it. We went from 6 movies in 2015 to then once Force Awakens happened, we've had 3 more movies, no, 5 more movies, like 10 shows, like it's just a lot.
It just feels like it's a movie that was made for Disney Plus, and they're just going to put it in theaters.
Yep.
And I cannot say that enough. When you initially texted in the group chat and we're like, oh my gosh, I watched the trailer, I completely forgot that this was even coming out. So I immediately thought of the Ryan Gosling Star Wars movie. And I was like, no, please.
How are they already there?
Wait.
But we are glossing over something big. That's Jeremy Allen White was shown in this trailer as Road to the Hut. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. But that's Mando and Grogu. We'll probably get some more of it coming up. I hope that one day my love of Star Wars returns. If you love something, let it go. And if it was meant to be, it'll come back. That's me in Star Wars right now. I have pushed away my love of Star Wars, and we'll see if one day, through the power of midichlorians, it does return to me.
It's just so hard, and not to say that we're just getting older as well. And I think as you get older, I think your taste almost matures to a certain extent, and some of the stories, the ones that you liked as a kid, you're going to love forever. It's almost impossible to kind of remove that love. But I think as you get older, you still do recognize the flaws in those movies that you loved as a kid.
Yeah.
When they still release those now, you're just like, all right, I don't have the nostalgia factor, and this just isn't a good movie.
Yeah. I think, though, too, what's interesting is, like, we're also cyclical on everything, right? Like, in 10 years, we'll be like, you know what? Actually, the sequel trilogy wasn't half bad. We'll all do the whole thing of, like, revisionist. I mean, I just did on this episode, right? Spider-Man 3 came out and it was panned. I mean, it ruined the Tobey. Like, they were supposed to do a 4th Tobey Maguire movie, and then they rebooted because of how bad Spider-Man 3 was. And now I'm here telling you it's actually a hidden gem and it's great. And, like, it's just how it goes sometimes. But I do think that there's a true level of sincerity behind something that needs to be there for it to come back around. I just don't know if this has that.
And I'd even argue, I mean, we've even said this, but Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, I think they perfectly set them up for a massive end to that trilogy. And they just dropped the ball. Yeah. And since they dropped the ball, they've come out with what? Andor, and then the Obi-Wan series.
Which Andor is probably the only great thing they put out since, that's in my opinion, since The Last Jedi.
And I get it. They don't need to release a project every year, but from a business standpoint, it makes sense. Like, the IP is just too big for them not to. So I understand why they're doing it, but that's why I'm excited for the Ryan Gosling movie, because I feel like they're doing something different than they've done the past, what?
Yeah.
Almost like 6, 7, or oh my gosh, 7 or 8 years now.
Dude, all the 8th graders listen to us. We're just like, oh, dude, he said the thing. He said the thing. I don't even get that. That's how we're old now.
I don't either. I don't either. But all of a sudden, whenever I have to decide between two numbers,
those are coming to your mind.
It's not 7 or 8 or 8 or 9 anymore. It's always 6, 7, and it's frustrating.
Hey,
I need to
it
stop.
happens.
Someone help me, please.
Ugh. But yeah, that's Star Wars. 2 shows to talk about. Gen V, I think we'll talk about pretty quickly, and then Peacemaker talk maybe for 5 minutes about at most. Gen V, I'm out. I'm in, but I'm out.
Okay.
I'm like on the back half of it. I think what's frustrating for me in this show is the pieces are there to be so great, but the characters that are like Sam is just not in this season. After being like Sam, like, there was the brother, it's like the base their version of like he was like the golden boy kind of again. Remember the guy from last season?
Yeah,
he's just not here.
Arnold's kid.
No. Arnold's kid was there.
Okay, good. I was like, Arnold's
the brother.
died.
The brother.
Yeah. I got Sam, the brother of him. Yes,
the brother. He's just not in this show. Like he's just not.
Too OP. They just can't.
But like that's the storyline that you set up in season 1. Like season 1 was you had Sam and then Kate were like the 2 bads, and now our team's gonna go after them. And now it's just like actually Sam's not in this show. it's this Dean guy, and Kate's kind of on our team. I don't care enough.
No, I get it.
I get it. I like these characters. I like Marie. I like Jordan. Like I like Emma, and like I just think it's just doing too much. Which actually is so interesting because it's like the mirror image of the Peacemaker that we've had.
Wait, you know what's funny? I watched Peacemaker this week, and I was like, you know what? I'm back in.
Yeah, we're back.
They got me.
They're
Not
back.
that I was like fully out, but I was just like, they just keep doing this to me.
Yeah, we learned that this is a bad Earth.
I'm telling you, dude. With these shows, Gen V included, the episodes are 1,000,000% better when all of the characters we care about are interacting with one another.
Yes. This was the only episode of the season that felt like last season.
Respectfully, there's like even like Frank Grillo's character. I like him. I do. But I don't need so much of him that it takes away from like the core 5.
The 11th Street Kids, man. That's what I'm here for.
Holy cow, dude. The first like 10 minutes of this where they're just chatting it up and they're like, all right, like
everything with Vigilante's mom was great.
Hilarious.
Yes.
So funny. And Vigilante, like, so underutilized this season.
And then he was utilized in an episode, and it's the best episode of the season.
Yes.
Like, what a concept.
And then the fact that he comes to this universe and everything is so different, and then he meets himself, and he's literally the exact same.
Yeah.
I could not stop laughing.
Yeah.
Because when he first ran into himself, I was like, oh my gosh, like, is this version of him going to be like crazy? And he's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's so awesome. Like, that's what this
like,
show is missing.
Peacemaker's my best friend. He's like, oh no, dude, I hate Peacemaker.
Yeah.
I hate that guy. It's like, what?
Yeah. So good.
Crazy universe.
Crazy universe. We got Lex Luthor though. Back. Great Lex Luthor cameo.
I know. I'm just very interested if that's going to be something. I would assume that's something that's brought up in
Superman 2.
Superman, maybe even is Green Lantern a stretch? Do you think they'll mention him in Green Lantern?
That's what I'm most curious about is the connection between Lanterns and this. I mean, we've talked about it a couple times, but like Lanterns is the true test of this universe because it's not really the James Gunnisms. Like, it's different. I'm very interested to see that. These next 2 episodes I think are going to be huge. I'm very interested to see kind of what the resolution of this season is. Like, obviously last season was defeating the butterflies. Is the resolution of the season just going back to where we were? Like, is that going to be like the final story here? It's just like, we actually were pretty good the way we were. Obviously, I think there's going to be a relationship, you know, maybe with Carcourt and Peacemaker, or at least a version of something, or they'll move on, whatever it may be. But I'm very interested to see how kind of all that ends up breaking out and breaking through. So
yeah,
next episode's gonna be big, and then the finale. We only got 2 left.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, for me, it just took so long to get here.
I'm with you. Like I said, I believed in the gun did not jam.
Yeah, the gun is cocked and loaded.
Ready to roll for 2 episodes to go.
Seeing Nick Holt show up was pretty awesome. Just because
made it feel more real.
Nick Holt too. He's an actor that was obviously very dedicated to playing this character. And then having the availability, it's like one scene, you know?
Yeah, but
that's the thing. Like, it does so much just to be like, all right, they're in one scene, but they exist in this universe, and we've talked about him, but there he is. Like, it's so frustrating, even for the Marvel of it all.
Yeah.
Daredevil. I mean, I'm not saying Tom Holland's got to show up. Literally just have Spider-Man swinging around the city.
Yes.
It's not hard. Like,
no.
Well, I understand there's some problems with who owns the Spider-Man of it all. Totally understand that. But you can't tell me you can't like figure it out. Like, people would go nuts if Spider-Man just showed up in a Daredevil episode. People would like, I don't know, internet would go crazy for a couple days.
I mean, even in the background, right? Like, maybe, you know,
I know
That's the thing too. I think is frustrating about that whole thing is like you're telling me that Daredevil could be making coffee in the morning, talking to someone, and the background his TV is clearly like a what happened to Spider-Man last night. Like that's
Yes.
such a like a comics thing that I think is so small, but like ties these worlds together, which I'm really glad that James Gunn is doing.
Yeah, me
And I
too.
think too, probably getting another cameo this week, probably get a big one in the finale. I do think David Cornsweet's going to show up. I really do. I think David Cornsweet's going to show up as Superman. But we'll have to wait and see.
GI Robot coming back.
Jerobot inbound. Live action Creature Commandos would be pretty cool. I also think it's so funny. I just don't believe that this version of Frank Grillo is the same from.
I know.
Like, is the clay face the same? Like, I guess we'll see. I don't know. All right, let's get into the true reason why we're here. One battle after another. Paul Thomas Anderson, Leo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro, Regina Hall, Tiana Taylor, and I'm trying to find
Chase
the daughter's
Infinity?
name. Yes, Chase Infinity.
It's Chase Infinity, right? Or am I tripping?
No, I'm pretty sure you're right.
I got it. 1 second. Yeah, Chase Infinity.
What a name. What a great name.
I know. That's
an insanely awesome name. So when their evil enemy resurfaces after 16 years, a group of ex-revolutionaries reunite to rescue one of their own's daughter. I would say that's not a great synopsis of this movie. I would argue that's a very poor synopsis of this movie on IMDb.
They try to reunite.
Yeah, but they really never do. All right, I think we should do. This is a hard one to talk about. No spoilers. I think we should do a few minutes on no spoilers, and then we'll jump into spoilers. One battle after another. I gave it 4.5 stars. I think it's really awesome. I think it's incredibly well made. I think technically it's so well done. I think some of the claims of being best of the decade and best of like the last 5 years, a bit hyperbolic, but also if you're like, this is my number one, I really don't think I'm going to argue with you about it. I still have quite a few things above it. I have it, I believe at 3 on the year or 4 on the year personally. I'm like I've said always before on my list of the year, though, it's my favorites versus what's arguably the best movie. So I have it at 5 right now. I do think of my top 3, it's definitely better than 2 of those. I think Sinners is still the best movie of the year so far from a what's the best standpoint.
Sure.
But I think One Battle After Another is incredible. I think Sean Penn's Oscar, just start engraving it right now. I think the most interesting thing to me, and I think the thing that I appreciate the most of this is looking at movies that are like this. There is I can hit the nail on the head, hit you like a brick in the face of what my politics are. I think what's interesting about this movie is you can kind of choose your own adventure on your personal belief system or even what you take out of this movie. Regardless of your own personal belief system, which I think is very interesting, and that it's a testament to how well done it is. Like we talked about a little earlier, I think it's very timely. I think that it's very relevant to a movie. And I do think that this is one of the better Leo performances. I think he works much better in comedy. I think
so funny.
I'd put this top 4 maybe. I think still I'd probably put The Revenant above this. I think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is still his best. Maybe Django above this.
Yeah, Django's wild.
And Sneaky Catch Me If You Can. Catch Me If You Can is one of my favorite performances of his ever.
So charming.
Yes, he's so good there. But this as a package is incredible. I mean, truly, if people are saying go see this and people are like, hey, should I see this? I think the answer is yes. I really love this movie. I think it's really well done. And I think that this is going to be a big Oscars one. I don't think it's for everybody. I think that's for sure. I think that if you're coming into this movie looking for like an action, fun, joy ride, you're not going to get it. You're going to get parts of it, but that's not what this is.
Yeah. Like this movie, if you want it to be that action kind of thriller movie, it can totally be that for you.
Yes.
But you just have to like numb your brain down. You know what? Or I don't want to speak for everyone because I feel like you watch this movie and there's just things that happen that just tend to be very naturally political.
Yeah.
And for some people that would scare them away from this movie.
Yes.
And I cannot stress enough, if you haven't seen this movie, just go see it.
Yeah.
Literally, like, stop listening to the podcast, come back after you've seen it. Because for me, I heard a couple small things like, oh, politics, blah, blah, blah. Tends to be a very polarizing word in cinema or just in any conversation today.
It's saturated everything. So I understand people being worried about that.
Oh, yeah. But this movie is so grand and well done in its execution. I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio, as I was saying, or trying to get to, I don't know, probably about an hour ago, we do not get enough of him. I mean, he is just a natural. You can watch any of his movies. He's going to stand out in every single one of them, and it's going to be something different. And in this one, he just plays this almost kind of wacky, doesn't have it all together type father, and he's so good at it. He's so funny, and he just seems like a guy you just want to chill with. I don't know if that's the right word, but I feel like all of these characters, there's like something to take away from them. And there's just something so special about how PTA kind of builds relationships, especially after being able to watch some of his past or his filmography up until this point. It's just how he develops them, and whether that's, person-to-person relationship or person to like self or person to feelings of like greed or lust. Like, it's just very interesting how easily conveyed some of these emotions that he wants you to feel are done. And I cannot compliment him enough on this movie. Also, the score, pretty awesome.
The score, especially during the last scene, which I think we should get into spoilers.
Yeah, let's hop into spoilers.
We're getting spoilers. If you haven't seen it, go see it. If you have seen it, man, I don't even know. Should we just go chronologically? Like, should we go like just talk about scene by like different scenes we liked? Like, this is where it's kind of hard to talk about this. I think let's do the end.
Okay, we can kind of jump our way around.
Or should we go forward to back? Let's go to the beginning.
Okay.
Beginning to end. We're introduced to Leo's character and kind of his what would be a good term for them? Like,
it's the French 75.
Yeah. Revolutionaries. They're revolutionaries. Yeah. That's what they're trying to be. They're trying to take down this. No, that was what I was looking for too. Is the French 75. Like that they're this group, the French 75. Like, they're revolutionaries, trying to like take down the quote unquote the system. And then Leo falls in love, which I don't know if Tiana Taylor's character was kind of fully in love with Leo, but he falls in love with her, and then they have a kid, and then she kind of heads out. Like,
well, there's just so much. I mean,
it's hard to do it like this. That's why I don't know if we should do it like this.
No. The first like 10 to 20 minutes. It's funny. So like, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Should we do it like this?
Yeah, this is gonna sound stupid, but I was like, I've started like taking my notebook.
No, that's not stupid.
Because I'm like, I just kind of want to remember some of the small stuff. So I took it for the smashing machine.
Nice.
And I was like, all right, I want to see if this is really gonna bother me, or if like I'm like trying to take too many notes, or it's just like small stuff, or some like one-liners that I thought were like really funny or really witty, like really smart. I don't think I started writing in my book until like we were 15 minutes or 20 minutes into the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I just think you immediately get thrown in there. I mean, within 30 seconds, it shows, kind of the overhead view, and shows this.
The detention facility
detention facility. And I think this score is just
haunting,
blaring in your
it's
ears.
so good.
It is so loud.
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
Dude, you gotta unlock your iPhone first.
But like Siri, oh my gosh, I just said Siri. But the score is like perfectly set with this, showing the dynamic of, you know, this group of revolutionaries with this detention center and like their goal and their whole operation. And I think you just get thrown into this and you're just trying to like catch up and like, okay, like what is going on here? Give me the details. What's going on? And then you get the lockjaw of it all.
Yeah, Sean
and
Penn.
it just gets wild.
Would you? So this is something I left the movie with, and I've been trying to read a lot of like the reviews and discourse and stuff like that. Twitter is just a cesspool of discourse about this movie. To me, none of these characters are admirable people. Like, to me, none of these people do anything of value. And I think that that's at least a very interesting thing that PTA is maybe saying or not saying, like that these people believe that they're revolutionaries in the same way that Sean Penn's Lockjaw believes what he's doing is so important and means so much. But both of them don't really succeed in any of their goals. Like, you have the French, what are they? The French 17? Isn't that they are?
75, I think.
The French 75. All right. The French 75. Their goal is to be revolutionaries, change the system. They make zero impact. Like, the only impact they have is most of them end up dead. Leo, as Bob, is on the run as a single dad who kind of sucks at being a dad. Like, he's not a great dude, all things considered. He's a horrible father, honestly, like, in the grand scheme. I mean, you have Tiana Taylor's character who abandoned my child, different PTA.
I've abandoned my boy.
Yeah, but she abandons her kid to go be a revolutionary and then kills somebody, which to them was like, hey, that's what we do. Like, you know, we're being revolutionaries. The moment it really happens, everything falls apart. And she's in exile. So she made no difference and then lost out on being someone who's a part of her daughter's life. And then you have, you know, Lockjaw, who spends his whole life to the system. Like, he's there to make a difference. And then he finally does get a chance to be with the Christmas time, which is so funny.
That was just wild.
Yeah, but he's even willing to sacrifice his own daughter to get to that pinnacle, and he fails at even that. So, like, none of these people, I think, are likable or have redeeming qualities outside of maybe the daughter and maybe Benicio del Toro's sensei. But like, even that, right? Like, he's willing to sacrifice time with his kids because he'll go to jail for a DUI, for having a couple small beers, and like just to help Leo maybe achieve a goal that we don't like. So to me, that's such an interesting take that some people are taking this as like, these are admirable people, or like people that are like doing the right thing, when it seems like PTA is saying that like all of this is for naught. And then you've sacrificed basically everything to lose on the stuff that matters. Like, she lost out all that time with her daughter to raise her, to be a part of the family. Like, I hope you're happy. I hope you're loved. Like, that could have been you there.
Yeah.
And then but then too, like, it's supposed to be a triumphant ending of like the cycle's continuing and now she's going to protest and like she's going to, and to me, it's almost a sad ending of like, the cycle will continue again of like her thinking she can change something. She probably won't. And then she'll sacrifice something that actually means something to make a small incremental change that in the grand scheme does nothing.
Interesting.
That's the take I got from it. But I feel like I'm very much in the minority looking online and like looking at people saying like, I don't
personally
know.
Yeah, no. I think it's very interesting just to see where everyone is coming from after seeing this movie. Me personally, I mean, especially, you know, what is it? Tiana Taylor's character.
Yeah.
100% a very complicated character in this story.
Yes.
Just with the whole, you know, Sean Penn of it all, with the Leo of it all. there's just some craziness that I've yet to really unpack in my mind and really make a whole lot of sense of it all.
Fair.
But the revolutionaries, I more or less see them as they're like, all right, they're seeing a problem in the system that in their minds, they're like, all right, we have, like, no one else is going to make that change if we don't stand up for them.
Yes.
That's kind of how I see it. And when the movie ended, I almost saw that as a passing of the torch, but not necessarily in a negative light where like, oh, she's not, obviously like, which I think what you said does have some validity to it. Because I really don't think I was in that headspace when the movie ended. More or less, I was like, kind of at the end of the movie, it's like, look, like stand firm in your beliefs, believe in, if you see injustice in the world, then, stand up for it or this or that. That's kind of where my headspace was. No, I think there was certain degrees that I think the revolutionaries went to that I don't think, but I mean, both sides of this.
No,
movie.
that's what I'm saying. I think they were all.
I agree. There's just
the simplest way to
everyone in
put
this
it is I
movie
felt like
just
they
went,
were all losers. Like, none of them are. And I think too, like even with what you were saying, with her character, which is very complicated, like, even the grandma says, like, we come from a long line of revolutionaries, like, who changed everything. But repeatedly, the time we were with her in the movie, it's, we don't do this by voting anymore. Like, we're here to make some change. We're going to burn the system down. Like, we're do it all. And then they have the whole scene where they're practicing with guns. And it's like, I feel like Tony Montana. And then the moment it became real, it all fell apart. Like, the moment it became a true revolutionary moment, everything went wrong. And, like, they lost everything. And to me, that's, I feel like that's PTA being like, this is not the way to do it. And maybe at the end, like, that's where we see kind of a change in Leo. Like, he has a phone now. He's got a cell phone. She has a cell phone. Like, they're maybe becoming more part of the, I don't know, the quote unquote system, or like a different version of what a revolutionary is. And then she goes and does kind of her thing. So maybe it's evolving over time as kind of like the final goal there. To me, it was more of a sad ending of just like, I feel as though the cycle will continue and she won't make a meaningful change because she's just going to copy what failed before. And maybe that's reading into it, but I felt like if the lesson that she learned in all this is to do it the way Bob did it, that means nothing. Like, I got of it that,
and who's to know that she does it the exact same way?
Correct. It just felt like him being proud of her in that moment.
Interpretation.
Exactly.
Which I very much appreciate and value where you're coming from, because I think it's like, I just feel like it's so easy to do like a group think on this type of movie where everyone's like, oh yeah, we think the same thing. And I think it's just so good to hear different opinions when everyone could easily just be like, no, we just agree this is what it is. When, how do we know that the director wasn't saying this or the director wasn't saying that?
No, I'm with you. So, I think, and what I mean with it too, the only person I felt in the movie who made there's two people who made selfless acts. I felt that the sensei kind of made a selfless act by obviously allowing Bob to get away so that he could do it. But more so, I felt to do the selfless act was the bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Like, that was a true selfless act that truly helped somebody. And maybe that's kind of what PTA is getting at as well, of like, if you're going to be, I don't know, revolutionary is maybe the wrong term, but like, if you're going to make an impact and a change, you have to almost be selfless within it. And like that to me at least was an interesting commentary, if at least has the commentary I get out of it, of like, he's obviously clearly knows how this is going to end. Like, he's going to go in and sacrifice himself, but like, at least in the end, he did the right thing on both sides of it, right? Like, he made that choice. And I think that that's at least an interesting take on it.
No, that was definitely, it felt like this noble sacrifice.
Yes. And
to allow her to flee, as as we had seen, almost like the tension rising. They're filling up the gas in the boat, probably gonna kill her, or at least that's what I was thinking.
I thought, they're gonna put her in the river and she's gone.
Throw in the river, she's done.
Yeah.
And these guys are hanging out, and he's just sitting there, and you're like, is he gonna do something, or is he just gonna drive away?
Yeah.
And I thought that was very beautiful because it's a character we hadn't seen.
Yeah, we got very
much of. But you can just see as he's sitting in the car, he's contemplating his decision.
Correct.
And even when he's having the conversation with Lockjaw, it's like, yeah, man, I don't do kids.
Yeah.
And then he's like lying to him, like, oh no, like this kid did this and that and this and that. And then he finally is able to, strike up a deal with him. And even then, he's still not over the top about it.
Yeah.
So I think it's just the fact that this is a character that we got maybe 2 minutes of screen time with.
Yeah.
And had a massive impact on this movie. I think it speaks volumes to what PTA can do as a writer and as a director.
Yeah. I think the other thing too is the comedy of this movie works so well. Like,
yeah,
it is the old versus the new of like the revolutionaries. I mean, him on the payphone that's the screenshot I used for this. Like, what a great thing of needing the passcode is just so funny. And I think it works so well. And I really think that's such an interesting commentary on all of this, of just like these people on both sides need such secrecy and all this stuff. They think maybe self-importance is like the right term for it. Like, they think that they're so self-important that like it matters. Like, on both sides, like that guy with the code, like he knew who that was. Like, it was clearly Bob on the phone. Like, like he could have just, right? Like, but it was so self-righteous that you had to, it's a secret. And then even from like the Christmas side of it, like their whole ritual and everything is just so self-righteous that like, I felt like it was two sides of the same coin.
Yeah. I when you brought up, I'm so sorry. I literally had something in my head. You were talking.
I got more if you want more.
I completely blanked on it.
I got more if you want more.
The payphone. Oh, yes. So obviously that whole thing where he's like, what's the password? He's like, I don't know the password.
Yeah.
I feel like it was funny. It wasn't dragged on. I think it was perfect. I think it was executed to perfection. I think if anyone, like, in any other movie, someone would be like, oh, I don't know the passcode. And it'd be the most boring 3 minutes, 4 minutes of your entire life.
Yeah.
But it then comes up again when he's talking to Willa, when she's asking him for the passcode. And she obviously knows it's him.
Yeah.
But she's almost been so traumatized by this experience. She hasn't seen her dad since all of this took place. Mm-hmm. So she's like trying to find comfort in this passcode when she obviously knows it's her dad. It's just, there's this comfort in almost feeling secure in more controls in the system.
Yes.
I don't know, but I just thought that was a really awesome scene.
The other thing too that was really interesting was it happened repeatedly. The commentary on loyalty. You have, once again, two sides of the same coin. You have the people who are in the revolutionaries who the moment they get captured, they give everybody up. Tiana Taylor's she gives them up at the beginning. That causes all them to die. Then you have the guy who gets caught, like Wolf something. He gets caught. Then they're like, well, we know your sister would be pretty interested in this. He gives up everybody. And then same thing too with Regina Hall at the end. Like, she gives them up right at the end too. So like everybody, as loyal as they say they are, they give everybody up. And like on the other side too, right? Like you had the Christmas guys, like they all sat around and chatted, and it was like, now we got all the information and we give everybody like, and then that all occurred obviously. And there's no loyalty there either. Like they killed Lockjaw in the end. So like I think that that's such an interesting commentary too. That like, it felt like the disposability of it almost, of like these people are kind of interchangeable and disposable. Like, and at the end of the day, like it's self-preservation versus everything else. Which was just very interesting to me. I think there's so much commentary happening in this movie that I think it almost does it a disservice to just pick your lane and stick in it. And I think a lot of people, I mean, you go on Twitter and X right now, you go on Letterboxd, like people are like in their own political worlds and bubbles. And it's just like, if that's what you want to take away, take it away 1,000%. Like that's what art is. It's all subjective. Like you take away what you want to take away. But I really implore people to look at different sides of it and like think of the opposite side of the spectrum of it versus the one that you think right away. Like, because I think PTA, it's a testament to how good this movie is, of like, you can take away a million things from this movie. Like, and that is so fascinating to me. Especially with, I don't know, politically charged movies we've gotten recently that either feel like so straightforward. It's like, if God, like the messaging is hitting me on like a nail. And then other ones where it's just like, there's really only one way to take it. Like Oppenheimer, I feel like is kind of a similar to this, where like the politics of that are secondary, but they're pretty obvious. And I think that they're all pretty like streamlined. Like there's not a whole lot else you can take away from Oppenheimer besides what Nolan wanted you to do. Like PTA, there's I mean, it's between you and I, like there's two of us here, sample size of 2, but like you and I both take different things away from this, which I think is just so interesting and it's amazing.
Yeah. And I think something that really like struck me, because I feel like it happens. You'll be watching a movie and then you like have this thought and it's like, oh my gosh, like I just feel like this is such an interesting area of the movie to kind of dissect, hop into. But then the movie ends and so much has happened. You're like, I don't even remember.
Yeah, but this
so I'm like
sat with me.
You just reminded me of this, but the scene with Willa, like as a child, chewing on the almost like what is it, like the green
like the beeper thing?
Yes, the beeper.
Yeah.
And it just hit me and I'm just like, I mean, this is a baby that, you know, they're just thrown into this situation.
Exactly.
This isn't someone who's like, I want to be a part of the revolution. This is someone who's saying they're born into it, and this is just what it's going to look like. This is what your life will be. And unfortunately, like, there's going to be some things that you might not be able to do because of this lifestyle. I mean, we don't really get into the weeds of it because we don't see DiCaprio raising her. We just kind of get a quick jump to when she's already, 16, 17.
Yeah.
But I just thought that was like a really awesome shot when she's almost like laying in the basket or maybe the crib. And then she has that little monitor, or not monitor, but the little device in her hands. And she's kind of playing around.
I mean, I think that this is just, it is one of the best movies of the year. Like, it's hard to argue that. I also think if this is not for you, it's just not for you. Like, I think that it's hard to be like, from a technical aspect, it's hard to argue this is not a good movie. Like, from that aspect, but if you're just like, hey, the story isn't for me, like, I think it's whatever. I think that's also fair as well, which is, once again, art is subjective. If you may like something we don't like, I mean, we're going to probably both watch Reign of Fire this week, which I'm sure one of us might like, the other one might think is ass. Like, that's what art's all about. I think that it's very interesting. And I think too, it's just what you decide to take away from it, right? Like, one of my favorite running jokes in How I Met Your Mother is that Barney thinks that the true story of Karate Kid is that that what the Cobra Kai is, Zabka is the hero, and like that's such a funny joke, but like also that's what art, like that's what it is, like you take it away, like that's that's kind of the whole thing. So I think it's great. One Battle After Another I think is awesome. I think this is definitely one to just wait for when it comes to the award season, because this will be up there for a lot. If prediction time now, I'm willing to go as far as to say I think nomination for director won't win. I think nomination for screenplay will win. I think Leo nom won't win. Sean Penn nom will win. I think that's probably about it.
I feel like Best Picture. I just feel like
okay, Best Picture for sure.
I mean, I think it'll 100% get a nomination. But
I think so.
I mean, we can go to the comparison of Sinners of it all, and I think what's so awesome about these two movies is it's wildly, both of them are wildly entertaining.
Yes.
I mean, you could throw these movies on without any of the social commentary that either of these directors want to give you. And you could still be like, you know what, man, that was a great movie.
Yeah.
And someone would be like, oh, but what'd you think about this? They'd be like, dude, I had no idea.
Yeah, I think that goes like you can watch both of these with no sound. Yes, you watch both of them with no sound and be like amazed by the technical aspects you're seeing on screen. I mean, that final chase scene up and down is just
I know
it's one of the best sequences of the year. Like it truly is up there. I think it's up there with the Mission Impossible submarine dive. I think it's up there with the F1 final race lap of the year. I think it's up there with the Sinners, shifting into full IMAX moment. I think it's truly one of the best scenes of the year. And I mean beyond impressed by it. I mean, I can't say enough good things about this movie. I really think it was incredible. And I think that the best part is that PTA was able to put together something that you can just disagree on, which I think is so interesting. Because it's hard to do, especially with a topic like this.
Yeah.
Like it's especially with that. I mean, it was hard for, like Killers of the Flower Moon to not feel like it was too, preachy, for lack of a better term, at some points. Just so interesting. So also shout out Elena Ham, nice little cameo.
Yes,
yeah, good there. Which this goes back to my PTA thing. PTA basically does this at a small scale in the couple movies he does, right? Like best example I can think of right now off the top of my head is in Licorice Pizza. There's two schools of thought at the end of that movie. One is a beautiful love story between two people. The other one is she kind of like groomed him, and it's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
That to me is so interesting that you can like take these two very different things away from that movie. This is just a different example of it on a different scale that is so impressive. And I'm beyond excited to see what PTA has next.
Yeah, and these movies feel so human. Like they just feel like these are real people experiencing these emotions. It's not just some folktale that you're like, oh, this happened, but these weren't real people.
Yeah.
Feels like real people. I mean, There Will Be Blood, Punch Drunk Love. I mean, Licorice Pizza. Like, there's just this level of, and I'm obviously going to say authenticity because I can't think of any other word to sum up. Like, I remember watching Licorice Pizza, the first 30 minutes of that movie. I cared about those characters more than some TV shows that have put 10 hours worth of screen time for the character. Like
1,000%.
I just think the conversations, the acting, the angles that you're able to get these characters and show their feelings through just a smirk or a wink or a smile. It's just insane. And I don't know, the more I think about this movie, the more I like it. And just talking with you, it's so much fun to.
I'm very excited to see it again. I think I'm gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to wait. I don't know if I'm gonna see it again in the next like month or two, but maybe come January when it's a little slow and it's on Blu-ray. I think that's a perfect time to revisit it. I think I gotta really let it settle with me before seeing it again.
And on my initial thoughts, I still think I like Sinners better.
I do too.
Just in terms, for me personally, I'm like, I think Sinners is, it's just, these are two very good.
Sinners is something I've never seen before.
Different. Yes.
I think that makes Sinners a little better. Like, this is reminiscent of things that I feel like I've seen before, but doing it better than most, if not better than all of them.
Yeah.
But Sinners so different and so new that like it just so stands out in my mind as like I can't believe this is possible. Also, Warner Brothers, both Warner Brothers
Yeah.
movies, like
Yeah.
so good. Don't sell to Netflix, please. We'll stop
I
getting these.
I would hate to see Sinners be overshadowed.
Yeah.
No doubt. One battle after another is phenomenal. And I think both of these movies, if you were to say you liked one over the other, I would 1000% respect you for that opinion.
Yeah.
And I think you can lean either way. It's totally fine. But I just think right now people are so over the top about this movie. Not to be like, oh, Sinners never happened, but I don't know. I just still think it's the best of the year. I think that it's just such a well acted movie. Along with the musical elements of it all, for me personally, that's what I kind of elevated and put it on at that pedestal, because I tend to like more musical movies. You know, I just like the songs. I like when music is a very important piece to the movie. It's not just the score. And
I'm with you.
That's just preference at this point.
Exactly. Like
I could go watch one battle after another again, and I could be like, you know what, I was wrong. I think this is better.
That's what's so great about
that's totally
this.
Okay.
Like I'm not pretending like I don't think Sinners and One Battle After Another is better than F1 and better than Mission Impossible. But you know what? I love Mission Impossible, so I got it's above it for me. Like F1 blew my mind of how amazing it was in IMAX. Like but I can also understand that from a filmmaking and a film perspective, objectively, it's not as good. I just don't care. Like, like that's the fun of this. Like that's what it's all about. In the same way, like, yeah, everyone's top 4 on Letterboxd isn't just like The Godfather, and like we're allowed to have different opinions and feelings about things. So it's great, and I love that this movie allowed us to talk about those things.
This movie flew by.
Do you have anything else?
Mo Bamba being played in a PTA movie. That was wild. I was not expecting to hear Mo Bamba and Shut Up and Dance with Me in a PTA movie, but we're here.
We're here. And 2025.
And then also, I'm a fool. What is it? Fool to do your dirty work.
Yeah.
With crazy needle drop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was just a wild needle drop, specifically at that point in the movie. Just so with all the Sean Penn of it all.
It's so good. All right, so next we've got the Smash Machine. Obviously, we'll talk about that as well as Peacemaker. And then some programming news. We will not have an episode the following week. For Tron, we're going to do a combo episode the week after that. So it'll be the October 20th. That'll be Tron and whatever releases that week of the 17th, which I think is something good, if I recall. Do you remember what it is that week?
Oh, is it Bruce Springsteen?
Is it Bruce Springsteen already?
I thought it was October, right?
I think so. Let's see if I can figure it out. How do I do coming soon? Let's see, October 16th.
He's the 22nd. He's the release date to October 22nd.
Here we go, coming soon. No, that's the following week.
Okay.
I kind of felt like there was something coming out, and I'm really
sure there is. There were just
Roofman. Is Roofman? Roofman.
Yeah, Roofman. Roofman's next week, or
Begonia is soon. Roofman is soon. Shelby Oaks is soon. We got a couple good ones coming up, I think, at the end of October. Begonia, I think, is going to be very interesting to talk about, because I'm pretty convinced that she is an alien.
I'm telling you, man, that's going to be like the greatest ending.
I'm pretty sure she's going to be an alien. Regretting You, which might not be bad.
Good one to take the ladies to.
Yeah. Good Fortune, that's what it is. I knew it was something. Good Fortune, the Aziz Ansari movie with Seth Rogen and Keke Palmer and Keanu. That's what it was.
It looked. I'm like kind of in
good. I know. I'm pretty in on it also. I'm pretty pumped for that one as well. So we'll have to see that one. All right, so that's what we'll do when we get back after that week break. But next week we are back for the Smash Machine. So if that's nothing else, for all those out there. Charles, hopefully still at the office. Should we do a Charles check? Should we see if he's still at the office?
Yeah.
All right. It is 10:58 Eastern time, which means it would be what, 8:58 for him Mountain time. Is that 2 hours? Is it 2 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah,
About
I think
9
so.
o'clock there.
Charles is, I believe, it looks like he's just pulling into his house.
Nice.
He's free. Shout out, Chuck.
Love
All
it.
right. Well, until next week, be good to each other.